The arena pulsed with energy, a cauldron of anticipation as thousands packed the stands, their cheers echoing off the rafters. Spotlights sliced through the haze, illuminating a ring draped in the vibrant colors of two nations, Vietnam's red and gold star, Cambodia's blue and red with the Angkor Wat silhouette. The air crackled with the weight of rivalry, not just of fighters, but of pride, history, and the unspoken need to prove supremacy. Tonight's clash promised to be brutal, brief, and unforgettable, with Vietnam's MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG stepping into the spotlight against Cambodia's toughest. The crowd, a sea of waving flags and painted faces, roared as the announcer's voice boomed, setting the stage for a showdown that would end in seconds. The commentator, a seasoned voice in combat sports, leaned into his microphone, his words, sharp and electric. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vietnam-Cambodia face-off, where legends are born and dreams are shattered." His partner, equally animated, chimed in, "We've got MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG for Vietnam, two fighters who've left jaws on the floor with their power and speed." Across the ring, Cambodia's Soka and Rithi are ready to defend their honor. This is going to be a war. The crowd's roar swelled, a tidal wave of sound that shook the arena as the fighters emerged. MINH QUYEN strode first, his face a mask of focus, eyes like daggers beneath the hood of his robe. His gloves gleamed under the lights, red as the blood he intended to spill, figuratively, of course. But the intensity in his stride suggested otherwise. Behind him, HUY HOANG moved with a different energy, loose and fluid, his grin betraying a confidence that bordered on arrogance. The Vietnamese contingent in the crowd erupted, chanting their names in a rhythmic pulse that matched the pounding of their hearts. Across the ring, Soka and Rithi entered, their expressions stoic, their movements deliberate. Cambodia's supporters waved their flags fiercely, their cheers a defiant counterpoint to the Vietnamese fervor. Weaving effortlessly, his body a fluid shadow, Rithi, frustrated, swung a heavy right, but HUY HOANG slipped it, his head dipping low. In a flash, he countered with a left cross that landed flush on Rithi's jaw. The crack was audible, a sickening sound that silenced the Cambodian supporters. Rithi's legs buckled, his body swaying like a tree in a storm. "He's hurt," the commentator bellowed. HUY HOANG's got him on skates. Before Rithi could recover, HUY HOANG stepped in, his gloves a blur. A second cross, this one to the temple, sent Rithi crashing to the canvas, his eyes glazed, his body limp. The referee waved it off instantly, not bothering to count. The arena exploded again, the Vietnamese crowd leaping to their feet, their cheers a tidal wave. "Another knockout," the commentator roared. HUY HOANG ends it in seconds. "Vietnam is unstoppable tonight." HUY HOANG climbed the ropes, arms raised, soaking in the adulation as the crowd chanted his name. The ring was a scene of controlled chaos. Rithi, dazed but conscious, was helped to his feet, his corner fanning him with towels. HUY HOANG and MINH QUYEN met in the center, their fists bumping in a gesture of camaraderie and triumph. The commentators could barely contain themselves. To fights, to knockouts, and not even a minute combined. MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG have just put the world on notice. One shouted, the other added, "Cambodia came with heart, but Vietnam brought thunder." This is a night for the ages. The crowd's energy never waned, their chants blending into a single, pulsating rhythm. MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG stood side by side, their robes draped over their shoulders, sweat glistening on their skin. The announcer took the mic, his voice booming over the chaos. "Your winners, by knockout, representing Vietnam, MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG." The roar that followed could have shaken the foundations, a testament to the pride coursing through the Vietnamese fans' dot as the fighters exited the ring. The commentators reflected on the spectacle. This wasn't just a fight, it was a statement. One said, "MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG didn't just win, they dominated." Cambodia's fighters are tough, but tonight they were outclassed in every way. The other nodded. Speed, power, precision, Vietnam brought it all. "I pity the next team that steps into the ring with these two." The camera panned across the arena, capturing the sea of Vietnamese flags, the joyous faces, the occasional Cambodian supporter clapping respectfully despite their disappointment. The fighters, now backstage, were swarmed by their teams, their smiles wide but their eyes already looking ahead, hungry for the next challenge. The commentators signed off, their voices hoarse but exhilarated. "That's it from us tonight, folks. Vietnam has spoken, and the world has heard. MINH QUYEN and HUY HOANG are the names to remember. Good night." The broadcast faded to black, but the energy lingered, a memory etched into the minds of everyone who witnessed it. The fights, though brief, were a masterclass in skill and ferocity, a reminder of why combat sports captivate the world. MINH QUYEN's hammer-like fists and HUY HOANG's lightning strikes had turned their opponents' hopes to dust in mere seconds, cementing their legacy in a rivalry that would be talked about for years. The arena emptied slowly, fans buzzing